Bull market consolidation video, not a bad thing. Look at this. Every single time Bitcoin enters a consolidation phase, the fear and greed index goes much lower, signaling the anxiety and frustration of investors. Many of you out there feel this, but this is the exact data in a bull market we just have to focus on. Every single time Bitcoin proceeds to break higher and form new highs. Why would this time be different? So we're going to take a look at this fear and greed index. And I'm really going to use Ethereum in this video. We use Bitcoin as a roadmap a lot for crypto as a whole. When it comes to altcoins, when it comes to, yes, altcoin season, many they've given up on it. But when it comes to these things, the Ethereum chart is the roadmap. So Ethereum trying to break out on the daily, but failing so far. And I want to discuss what to look for on this chart, and also the potential for just kind of this last leg down, this last fear capitulation type of thing happening. So hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the video. So there's this fear and greed index. I want to start with just looking at it for a moment and just making a couple of notes. We're at around 38. At one point, you can see here, it fell very recently to, just around 35. If we go back to the last long-term consolidation of crypto back here, if you remember, we can go to a Bitcoin chart and just get a sense of it. It's all of this is the bear market that we just survived, and it's this entire consolidation. There was very high fear right here. So that's what's happening here on this fear and greed index chart. All of that fear. And then we can go back even to 2023, August and September, and going to a Bitcoin chart. Where was that? That was all the way back. Where are we? Right around here. August, September. Very high fear. So high fear, high fear, high fear. Meaning in these environments, and it's very, very evident on social media that people are like, man, things are not looking good. We're in that right now. Things are not looking good. When we start looking at the data, though, and this is where I'm going to start talking about the analysis of Ethereum charts, it's going to give us an idea of there could be kind of a capitulation, even on the fear chart, right? Kind of like we had back here, and this was in September 2024. This capitulation marked the end of the fear. Then we started trending back up, and you can see price in gray started trending back up as well. We could have that happen right now. And Ethereum actually does a really good job of just showing what that might look like for altcoins. So there could be some pain involved, but I stand by my thesis for this cycle. The cycle's not over. And before we even look at the Ethereum data, I do just want to take a glance at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin even, the chart for Bitcoin, this could break down. We could revisit finally the inverse head and shoulders neckline in red, right? And we get that throwback on the macro, boom. That could be the high fear capitulation that we need, and then continuation. That's one scenario. But while this is happening, I want to point out that this title says it all. US spot Ethereum ETFs have seen net inflows of nearly 145,000 ETH so far this month, almost 7x more than all January inflows. We've seen charts where retail is just capitulating. You see the graphs. It's just going down, and institutions are just accumulating. This is a massive transfer happening right now within crypto, and there's a lot of on-chain data that just shows specifically Ethereum. But let's look at the Ethereum chart and talk about kind of where we are. This is Ethereum zoomed out. So if you just want to get a sense of what is in store, and then we're going to talk about the shorter term volatility to the downside, to the upside. If you want to get a sense of what's in store, I think, for this bull cycle, still, we have this 20-week has just been really grappling with the 50-week. This 50, the 20 in green, these moving averages, right? And right now you can see the 20 kind of wants to just break above that 50. And we're talking about in this moment where we're in a bull cycle, right? This fourth bull market year of a 4-year cycle. This is happening, right? This isn't like bottom of the bear market type of move where the 20 is escaping, right? The bear market pump. This is bull market parabolic move. It's very similar to bear market parabolic move to the downside. So we're looking for this 20-week crossing below the 50, but happening in a bull market. And you can see in a bear market what it does. Boom, massive move, right, for Ethereum. It doesn't have to look just like that, but we're looking for that massive move for Ethereum where it's entering that bull phase. Now, if we go to Ethereum on the daily chart, this is where things kind of get interesting, especially when we look at the fear and greed index, because right now we all want Ethereum to, and altcoins, we want to see it all break out, right? We want to see Ethereum boom. But if you look at all back here, right, we're looking at August 2024, September 2024, and to give you an idea, that is back here on the fear and greed index. Here's August 2024. Here's September 2024. But look at all of that fear. We hit fear. We hit around 36. Then we hit around 31. And then we hit around 30, 35. So we're just falling into this territory. And you can see we could bounce around for a while. And if that's the case, and if we have to kind of hang out in fear and even get lower in fear, this chart on the daily will need some time. In a very similar way, it needed time here. So here's the capitulation back here. Just notice, we even pumped out of it. It was looking really nice. It wasn't the end, but it was like the beginning of the end. It was the consolidation phase before the next leg up. This is kind of where we are right now. We're at the beginning phase of consolidation for Ethereum. So what to track for is this. It's very simple. Obviously, the moving averages are huge, right? And you can even see today, the 20-day moving average being tested and already failing. Look at this wick on Ethereum. I woke up, a lot of people just bullish on the Ethereum move. It's like it's cruising up towards above 2,800, and now it just got rejected. And we're in between this long-term lower trend line and the 20-day moving average. But just think about this. What if we get a consolidation like back here? Maybe it doesn't take as long, but it's just like we get consolidation. All the while, we're getting rejected at like the 20-day, or maybe we move to the 200 and we're getting rejected, and we're just bouncing around. What I'd watch for is a potential high fear capitulation, like we saw back here in September 2024. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. But if it happens, I want to explore the potential for like a busted pattern, meaning on this long-term, very massive symmetrical triangle, we get a fake breakout to the downside in that type of high fear environment, and then we're pulling back into the triangle, and then we're making our way to the upside. This is a busted pattern if this happens. I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but a lot of people might see it break below the lower trend line, and it's like, it's game over, it's done. I track these patterns often. I never just take one break and a fall below the trend line as the confirmation that we're going to the target. I always look for pullbacks or throwbacks to test the trend lines, because busted patterns happen, right? And so that's in play. One thing I want to point out on this chart is this, and this is very helpful. The MACD, you might see some bullish posts about the MACD, the daily MACD, the MACD line crossing above the signal line, and it's very good, it's very bullish. But just notice, the MACD line crossed above the signal line back here in August 2024. Did that signal that we were just escaping and just Ethereum was going to absolutely break out in price? No. There was a lot of consolidation still in store, months worth of consolidation basically before the breakout. So yeah, we're getting the 50, or we're getting the MACD crossing above the signal line, but just look at the journey, right? To get just all of these, the MACD and signal lines above even zero on the histogram. There's a journey to it. There's consolidation to it. So we have to give it time, is what I'm saying. But all the while, everybody, with where we are in the cycle, I really think value is going to pour into the top blue chip altcoins, like Ethereum, Cardano. Maybe we'll do a video later on and just discuss that. But this chart on Ethereum can really give a nice, even at this moment, short to mid-term kind of visualization of what we could maybe anticipate, the volatility of it. Some more downside for markets is very much in play. But if you zoom out on all of these charts, everybody, we're just in a higher low environment. Even if you look at the altcoin market cap charts, you can just see the monthly, 11 days, 8 hours. Let's see how the monthly candle closes. It's something I've mentioned before. Just waiting to see when we break previous cycle highs. The weekly chart, I think, is very interesting, kind of speaking to what we've already been talking about. Maybe some more consolidation is needed for these charts. You can see last cycle, just revisiting between the 20-week and the 50-week. And right now, you can see that could potentially be what's happening right now. Consolidation for these altcoin markets as we're kind of in this bull market. We're in the same the very same area on the RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator, as we were last cycle. And this might just take time, and we might need to go a little lower, and it might be choppy and volatile. But I think the cycle, the charts, the data, the institutional demand with where we are in crypto, all of the things I've not even mentioned once in this video, this new era that we're in, I think if you zoom out, it's clear what is going on. So we're already in high fear right now. We're in high fear. And it's not a bear market low environment of high fear. It's just a higher low environment, right? So maybe we need to go lower. Maybe there needs to be more pain. I don't know. I'll keep tracking it. Either way, everybody, I appreciate you coming through and watching the video. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and please turn those notifications on. And if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button. Your support means a ton to me. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, and God bless.